Marconi escapes pressure and throws an interception, and Grayson will return it for a touchdown. We are tied. Rocco Marconi scrambling away from a defender, and Grayson steps in front of the pass and scores. Third down and 5, 1 minute to go in the quarter. Still no Bulldog Bulldog wideout has caught a pass. Hart is out of the shotgun with Baja to his left, and Hart will hand off on a delay. No, he won't. Sacked in the backfield, Joe Dazzo on a blitz, and he's poking fun at Jasper Hart down on the ground. Joe Dazzo, forget about David Baja, he just creams Jasper Hart, and it's another 4th down.
2nd and 9 to the 48. Honolulu just one timeout left. They get the ball, leaving with about 30 seconds left. Hand off Parker. Parker's got the first down.
Parker, back attack. Attack.
Down to the 6-yard line. Ball game.
Between arguably the top 2 teams in the league coming up in a couple of weeks. 3rd down and 4. Zuli back to pass. Deep shot to Corky's wide open inside the 15 down to the 11-yard line.
Red Feather's going to have Brewski in the backfield, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end. Red Feather pump fakes once, right-hand side. That's going to be picked off! Picked off by O'Neal. Julius O'Neal with his first interception of the day.
And it's panic time now for the Pride. Christensen throws. That's batted up in the air and intercepted. It's taken away and down the sideline goes number 20. Lucius Sanders put it on the board. Touchdown, Cleveland. Oh my goodness.
And here's the counter play to Zulu, and Ogun will go. He's his best run of the day, and Ogun Zulu will go for the touchdown. Wow, what a run by Ogun Zulu.
Unbelievable.
Man, they're being very precise, like exactly what you wanted them coming out of the half. And Pickler dropping back. He's going to fire deep, and it's going to be caught. And he's at the 30 to the 20 to the 10 and taking it into the end zone. Nick Finch with a huge touchdown, and just wow, what a play from the Gladiators, and the coverage there from the Tyrants. The DB went for the interception, and he came up with air.
1st and 10 from the 21 here. Just over 6 minutes to go in the 3rd. Chicago trying to uppercut this St. Louis Gladiators team and put them on the ropes. King, shotgun snap, moves in the pocket, fires deep down the field, caught at the back line! What a grab, and the first touchdown of Greg Soto's career is a spectacular one.
Greg Soto coming in, replacing the retired J.C. Torres. Said, don't worry, Chan. I know you lost a great one.
This will be just under 32 yards for Otis Boudreau. On his left hash, the right footer stands ready. Spot is down. Kick is up. It is good. Otis Boudreau does it again in walk-off fashion. Louisiana taking down Florida 20-19.
They go 4 wide with the tight end split out. Stopped over the middle, throws another interception, and this time it's Jack Brown.
That one's going in the house.
Touchdown at the 36.
They call this, Colin, the law of averages. You know, whenever there's this many interceptions going on in a game, one of them's bound to go back to the house and get some points, right?
Oh my goodness. Now multiple linebackers have an interception, but this time Jack Brown turns around and runs it into the end zone.
And I'll tell you something. Deep drop for Dunhill. He's going to lob it deep. It's going to be caught. No one around him. He's going to be in. Touchdown. Forward Toros. Stephen Hacker does the robot and gets us off flying.
Week 3 of the Simulation Football League regular season takes us to, well, warm winter Jacksonville, Florida. 48 and clear is your temperature tonight as the Louisiana Revolution travel to Jacksonville inside King's Lair to take on the Kings. Welcome into the broadcast booth, everybody. Chris Curtis and Nate Hall with you on what is the 200th all-time game in Jacksonville Kings and Tallahassee Pride franchise history. Nate, how you doing?
I am doing great. Looking forward to this matchup between Louisiana and Jacksonville. Jacksonville, of course, as you stated, one of the more storied franchises in the SFL that we have here today. Looking for their first 3-0 start to their franchise since they started 10-0 back in season 11, where they finished 10-2 before losing to Alaska in the finals back in that season. And looking to go with a 3-0 start here tonight over Louisiana, but Louisiana trying to shake off the loss that they had against Sioux Falls last week with a win of their own here tonight.
Yes, they are. And Louisiana comes in at a 1-1 clip. Jacksonville, as you mentioned, 2-0, trying to keep the momentum alive as they're trying to prove that they are back to a dominant form in the SFL regular season. About ready to get going in Jacksonville today. Tommy Utah against OJ Bruin, your two quarterbacks tonight. And a couple of quarterbacks, OJ Bruin starting to find his way. Tommy Utah still kind of working on that.
Yeah, Tommy Utah last week only threw one touchdown and threw 6 interceptions in that game against Sioux Falls. He's going to have to shake off that bad game he had last week against the Sparrows if he's going to have a good game here tonight against Jacksonville and lead the Louisiana team to a victory.
Just about ready for football here. It is going to be Jacksonville starting off with the football as we are underway and ready to go. Sean Sanders, the running back, has the return for Jacksonville at about the 25-26 yard line, and I believe they'll start at the 27, and that's where we see the Jacksonville offensive unit led by OJ Bruin. Sean Sanders out there as well. Christopher Ochoa, Dill Swayze, and Kingston Ellington, your top 3 wide receivers in no particular order. Joseph Bodette, the rookie, and Goldie Harrison are also out there in the wide receiver spot. 1st and 10 for the Kings. Looking to throw it. Left-hander Bruin goes to the outside. That is going to be caught, not for much, but it is Sanders out there, and it actually they'll call that out of bounds. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, usually when you want to get those swing passes out there to your halfback, you want to get it out there to where they can have a little more running room to go up the sidelines. And that pass is a little bit too far close to the sidelines and not enough room to catch it inbounds, and just leads to incompletion there on the first play.
Check that 17, Goldie Morrison, by the way. Mispronunciation there either way. Under center is Bruin. Empty backfield. He's going to try to step up, but he's going to get taken down instead. Louisiana's defensive line gets there to make the sack. It's a 2-yard loss, 3rd and long coming up.
Yeah, number 96 in there for the sack. And that is one early sack in there for, that's going to be, looking really quick here. Blake beat Graves in there for the sack.
There you go, 3rd and 12. Bruin's going to try to take off, and it's not going to work. He gets 1 yard back and an early 3-and-out for the Jacksonville offense. That's good news for the Louisiana defense as they come through, get the stop they need, and they'll get off the field.
Yeah, an early 3-and-out. Good job by Louisiana's defense, as you stated, not allowing OJ Bruin to get anywhere. Corralled him before he could get up the field, and a quick 3-and-out. Let's see if Louisiana can capitalize here when they get the ball first.
That works out. Louisiana was allowing 69% of 3rd downs to be converted, so that's a real good start for them on 3rd down. That would be returned. Not much to it. Get to about the 39-yard line, and that's where we see Tommy Utah and the rest of the Revs offense come on to the field. Utah, of course, Randy Squarebush, your main running back. Cameron Collier, the fullback. Wide receivers, Liam Hammer, Lyric Da Vinci, and Reggio De Niro, your top 3. And then they have the tight end, John Michael Sudduth and Levy Lease for the Revs offense. This is an offset I formation to start things, and Utah is calling things at the line already. Hand off right away to Squarebush. He does not go far, but he does get positive yardage. It's a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, nowhere to go on that play, as that was 57 Stan Diamond coming in on the tackle, only allowing 1 yard for Squarebush on that run on first down. They're going to have to keep an eye on Squarebush, because if you get him going early, he can make you pay.
Top of your screen matchup to watch. Liam Hammer against Bernard Gooden up there. It's going to be a run through the middle again. It's a Squarebush, not much to it. A couple of yards more. We'll make it a 3rd and 7 coming up here for the Revs.
Yeah, and an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and long. Definitely keep an eye on these wide receivers that Louisiana has, and definitely a matchup we're going to have to watch for all game long.
Play action, thrown over the middle. That one's caught over the middle of the field and across the logo into Jacksonville territory. That is ideal for the fullback. Cameron Collier keeps the drive alive.
And they like to get Collier out on little slant patterns or over the middle patterns across the field to pick up those first downs. And we saw it right there, getting enough for the first down all the way up to Jacksonville side of the field.
Tight end flex out to the right, coming for Louisiana. Moving right side, that's caught out towards the 31-yard line, and exactly where they want it. The ball, that's John Michael Suddeth, his first catch.
John Michael Suddeth coming off a 3-reception, 17-yard game last week. He gets an early reception there all the way down to almost 30-yard line. Knocking on field goal range, but I'm sure they're looking for 6 on their first reception. Get another first down to their belt as well on their first drive of the ballgame.
5th play of this drive so far, traveling 26 yards. They're looking for more. Utah moves, throws on the run. That is tipped and incomplete. That touched two different Kings, and finally hit the turf, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that probably should have been picked off, because Rookie Robinson had a perfect shot at picking that one off as the last person to touch that ball across the middle, and probably an ill-advised decision by Tommy Utah to throw that one on the run.
That was Nathan Nur and Ricky Robinson, who both had a hand on that football. Under center. Utah in the split backs. Handoff. Squarebush trying to break through. That did not necessarily go his way. Makes it another 3rd and long, 2 yards there. 3rd and 8 coming up. Squarebush, not a bad day in a week ago in the loss. 71 yards, not the worst on just 20 carries. The Sioux Falls caused Louisiana all sorts of problems on offense and made Utah throw it a bunch. Empty set with them, it's going to be caught. First down. They'll get him into field goal range and actually into the red zone for the first time today. Goes the Revs.
Yeah, and this time it was Reggio De Niro with the reception on that little cross pattern over the middle. We saw earlier this drive where they had that cross pattern to Collier. This time it's De Niro with the reception before he got tackled for the first down.
This is a near look. Wide receiver on top of your screen. Handoff again for, that is Squarebush, who works his way through the middle. That'll work. It's a 5-yard gain. Make it 2nd and 3 as they get closer and closer to that 1st and goal range.
Squarebush just showing you his toughness as he just motors his way, pushing the pile forward all the way up for this tough 7 yards, all the way across the 15 to the 13.
Guy look, handoff. Squarebush trying to work the weak side, and that is close, but not enough. 3rd and 1 coming up as they've worked on him for a majority of this drive, talking about Squarebush, and hasn't been consistent, but it's been steady at the very least.
This time it was Bernard Gooden and John Martin in on that tackle, who just would not let go. Squarebush trying to break that tackle, just couldn't do so that time, get away from him.
Looking to throw it. Utah puts it out to the outside. Bit of a screen game. Broken tackle. Squarebush. End zone touchdown. Oh, what a play. Great broken tackle in the open field. Set up the Revs, and they finished the drive off with 6.
Squarebush must have heard me and took offense to the fact that I mentioned he couldn't break that tackle on the previous play. So he said, I'll do you one better. I'll break 2 tackles on the way to the end zone. He just made, it was John Martin again, I believe, on that on that one, breaking the tackle on his way to the end zone after that reception on that side of the field, on his way for 6 points, and Jacksonville with the early lead. What a play!
That will work. That will certainly work. Extra point on tap for Otis Boudreau. Snap good, hold good, kick up and on the way. It is up and it is through, and the Revs have themselves a 7-0 advantage over the Kings. Again, one of the more storied franchises in SFL history, the Jacksonville Kings, formerly known as the Tallahassee Pride, including playoffs and regular season. This their 200th all-time game in SFL history. So congrats to everybody with that organization that has been with that organization for the last several years. This will be a kick that is gone for Sean Sanders. Looking at their second drive, he'll move it left at about the 15 to the 20, get all the way down to the 24-yard line. He'll get taken down there. OJ Bruin back out onto the field for his second series, and the first one not very memorable. 3 and out really quick, took less than 45 seconds to get that done, and here we are. They have some things to adjust on.
Yes, they do. They need to get a first down and try to build on that on this drive if they want to try to get something going here.
Bunch right, bottom of your screen, as well as somebody to keep an eye on. That's Christopher Ochoa. Handoff,
Oh.
Sanders. He's going to get taken down immediately. 2-yard loss, and Louisiana is eating tonight on the defensive line.
Yeah, that is definitely not going to work. That is Blake B. Craze with another big tackle, this time a tackle for loss, as he gets in the backfield to bring down Sean Sanders back there in the backfield.
1 sack, 1 TFL for Blake B. Craze at the moment. 5 wide look for OJ Bruin. He has run out of this set before. Throws over the middle this time. That one's caught. Real good placement and a first down for the Kings as they move it upfield to about the 35-yard line. That's wide receiver 2 on their depth chart, Kingston Ellington.
Yeah, and this is what we were wondering if we're going to see out of OJ Bruin here tonight, because we were mentioning how he was throwing the ball all over the field against Portland last week, and if this is the matchup we were looking for, it was if Louisiana's defense was going to be ready for it. So far they have been ready for it, but that play was perfect there to Kingston.
Bunch left, throw to the middle. That one's caught again for Ellington. Ellington is wearing out Roloman Hood right now in that spot. 1st and 10 for the Kings as they move it at the midfield stripe.
Yeah, 2 plays in a row over to that side of the field. And as you stated, actually, I think that was Joel Harleman.
Yeah,
on
I was
that
just looking
reception.
at that. Yep. That's exactly who that was. So into the backup tight end's hands for actually the only tight end's hands for Jacksonville. It'll work. This will be a handoff to Sanders, working his way through the middle, and that is a 3-yard gain. Nothing doing past that. But yeah, they line up Harleman on the lone side of the formation. He's able to make a play to get them into a first down situation. That's really cool from him. 3-yard gain there, and sets up second down. 3 to the right.
Take a look at this up at the top.
Yeah, 3 wide receivers out there. That's going to be a screenplay to Sanders. He's not going to go very far. Good open field tackle is going to bring him down. 3rd and 6 coming up here for the Kings. Louisiana struggles on 3rd down defense, and the Kings 70% so far on offense coming into today on 3rd down.
Yeah, and that's going to be good for, I believe, top 5 in the SFL for 3rd down conversions for Jacksonville. Let's see if they can convert here.
Bruin looks, throws right side, and it's incomplete. Good timed hit from a couple of people on Louisiana defense. That's Dill Swayze, who's not able to bring that one in. 4th down, Jacksonville will punt for the second time.
Yeah, Swayze was the intended target there. Great defense by Louisiana back there in the coverage. As you stated, well-timed hit. Louisiana stands tall on that 3rd down play and brings up the 4th down punt coming up here.
Opportunity for Jacksonville to try to pin down the Revs deep in their end. This will be caught at about the 12 and returned to the 15, no further than that, by Hammer. So Hammer doing the punt returns today. 1st and 10 for the Revs as Tommy Utah tries to follow up his first touchdown drive with another one. Maybe get some separation here on the road.
Yeah, last drive he was able to get Squarebush out in the open in the flash for a touchdown after a broken tackle. Let's see if he can lead another drive here with another touchdown drive.
Far look for the offense. Handoff. That is real good from Randy. Squarebush gets, I thought he had enough for the first down. Line judge disagrees. 2nd and inches coming up here. It is a very close. That line's probably going to be green when we see it.
Yeah, but regardless if it's a first down or not, the 2nd and inches, your playbook is wide open at this point, and you can either hand it off and try to get the short inches or just maybe even do a dump pass off to the flats.
Ace look over the middle. That one's caught. Quick run and post as Utah has another completion. He started out pretty hot so far in this game and continues it there.
Yep, that's Liam Hammer this time with the reception before Bernard Gooden could get him down for the tackle. But that's going to be another first down to move this drive.
Tommy Utah starting 4 for 5 in the game so far. Split backs look. 4-3 look on defense from Jacksonville. On first down, he'll throw. Throws over the top, right over the middle. Quick slant is going to find a first down and more out to about the 47-yard line. That is ideal for Lyric Da Vinci out there. He's lined up on Nathan Nur.
Yeah, now they're cooking. This is a lot different from Tommy Utah than what we saw from him last week, and this could spell trouble for the Kings early if Utah gets heated up early like this.
5-step drop in. The Kings get home, taking down Utah.
Oh no!
And there's an injured player on the field as well. That is Forrest Dalton, who is taken down and not getting up. One of the defensive ends for the Kings. Not ideal for them to make work.
He was the one who got in there for the sack. I don't know if it was like maybe he led with the helmet into Utah's chest to get him down for the sack, but hopefully it's nothing serious, and we'll have to keep an eye on the updates. Maybe, hopefully, he'll get back in this ball game.
Yeah, keep an eye on that. We'll get a sideline report here as soon as we can to get you a status update for the rest of this game. 2nd and 15, a 5-yard loss on that sack. They got to get it to the 43-yard line in Jacksonville territory for the first. Utah will get it out to Squarebush. Squarebush can't break the tackle and is absolutely lit up after only a few yards there. Makes it 3rd and 10, able to get 5 yards back, but a 3rd and long still coming up.
I believe that was Bernard Gooden out there on the tackle to bring down Squarebush. But good play to get back to the original line of scrimmage and make it at least 3rd and the original 10.
This will be a chance for Utah. Left side, that one is caught. Oh, it's incomplete. Oh man, Liam Hammer thought he had a shot at this towards the sideline, and it is not to be. 4th down coming, and the Revs will punt.
Let's see if we see the red hanky come out early. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, it's it looked like it might have been in bounds again. A 1-foot rule is in play here. So they're going to try to see exactly where his feet were when this catch was made. Let's see if we can get a view of it.
Let's see what we see here on the replay. That's a catch. That's got to be a catch.
Yeah, the only question remains is if R62 thinks he has possession. That's the big thing we'll find out here in a second. Yep. Okay, so it is indeed overturned. That is a catch and a first down for the Revs, as it was indeed that he had possession. You saw the foot get down, and then R62 saw exactly what we did. Good stuff there, and Louisiana keeps the drive alive.
Yeah, that was a really good challenge there that time by the coaching staff from Louisiana, and now they're set up with a great field position inside the 35-yard line.
Squarebush gets a carry, not much to it. 2nd and 8. Quick update to SFL HQ we go. It's Cameron Irvine.
Thank you, Curtis. Arizona making things look easy in snowy Buffalo. Their 2nd straight road snow game, averaging 15 yards of play in the first half. Arizona leads Queen City 24-7. Back to you guys.
Who'd have thunk it that Arizona would be comfortable playing in the snow? This is a big hit and a sack as Utah goes down on 2nd down, causing a 3rd and 13 for the Revs, but a lot of stuff going on there in a short amount of time.
Yeah, that another sack play, but this time, thankfully, the lineman made it out of the pile without getting injured. So that's always good to see if you're a Jacksonville D line coach.
Interesting. For sure, Jacksonville's defensive line is moving like they are, even down a man. 3rd and long coming up for the Revolution. Split backs look, throws right side. That one's caught over the corner's head to the 10 to the 5-yard line. Lyric Da Vinci with a great athletic play, as that one was all reaction time at 1st and goal.
Yeah, got that ball right past the defender's head, which was, I believe, that was Jorge Torres, the safety, trying to cover Da Vinci over there on that D pattern, and just got beat right there.
That brings us to the end of the first quarter. Louisiana knocking on the door to a potential 2-possession lead. They've got a 1-possession right now. 7-0 Revolution against Jacksonville in their 200th all-time game. Chris Curtis, Nate Hall with you in the broadcast booth. Cameron Irvine, our commissioner and producer, on the back end. Rochelle Colson, Ricky Robinson, and DJ Woods on the stats for us tonight. In a 5-wide set on 1st down. Utah end zone tipped and incomplete. It is 2nd and goal. Gooden got a hand on that.
Yep, Art Gooden should have had that pick. There's a couple of times in this ball game that Tommy Utah got away with one, and that's another time right there. Gooden should have had that pick in the end zone. And he's going to be kicking himself for not coming away with that one. He should have had it for sure.
2nd and goal. See if Jacksonville's defensive line can continue to perform well. Again, Forrest Dalton went down with an injury in that 1st quarter. I formation look. Handoff. Square Bush gets close, but not enough. About half the distance between them and the goal. 3rd and goal coming up down to the 2-yard line.
John Martin in on the tackle that time. Got the tackle on Randy Squarebush. He said, I'm not going to be made to look foolish again, and I'm going to hold on and not let him break that tackle this time. Good job by Martin to not let him get in the end zone.
Offside eye look. This is the tight end flex to the right in the strong eye. Handoff. Squarebush trying to get there, but Jacksonville read it all the way. No gain, no loss. 4th and goal, and the Kings will hold the Revs to a field goal in a goal-to-go situation.
Martin was there again with that tackle, this time a tackle for loss, as well as Logan Gardner. Nice stop on that 3rd down play to bring up this field goal attempt by Otis Boudreaux.
Chip shot field goal from the right hash. Should be no more than about a 20-yarder at this point. Snap good, hold good. Kickoff on the way, and it is up and through with no issue. So a 10-0 lead for the Revolution in the 2nd quarter, early on in the 2nd quarter, just over a minute gone. As we'll have Jacksonville get the ball back. A brisk 48 degrees. I say brisk because you don't see that temperature too much in Jacksonville. You see some winter coats in the stands with this kind of weather going on. At least it's clear skies and not raining. Otherwise, it'd be probably worse. But we are up and away again, as it'll be Sean Sanders back deep for the return. Just inside the end zone to the 10, 15, to the 20, right at the 20, to the 23-yard line, and that's exactly what they'll give him as we go along there. The offense for Jacksonville not doing so hot, as they have a total of about 28 yards.
Yeah, 30 yards on the stat sheet right now of total yards. And last drive that they had was a little more promising. They did get it up to almost midfield before they had to punt it. Let's see if they can build on that and make it a little better drive.
4 wide with the running back out there as well. Check down. Now throw it. No, a great pump fake. He's going to open up the field and get him to the 40-yard line. They'll say the 39. That will work. O.J. Bruin finds his man over the middle of the field.
Yeah, and we saw that last drive where he was starting to find his wide receivers over the middle on those straight slant patterns, and this time another slant pattern over the middle to Christopher Ochoa for a nice 1st down play up to the 39-yard line.
Matchup on Christopher Ochoa's even Arthur. CB1 for the Revs. 3 to the left. Single back look. Sanders is the one back there. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets this to the right. He will on the swing pass. He's going to have, what a hit. That looked really awkward. The way he was contacted, and Forrest Dalton looks like a bruised elbow. He'll be back at some point.
Yeah, good to see that he'll be back at some point. But Sean Sanders looked like he was trying to spin, and like mid-spin move, I think, is when he got tackled. So awkward way to go down, but good to see him bounce back up.
3 to the left. Looking to throw it. Man coverage up top. That is over the middle. A real good one-handed grab. 1st and 10 to the 44-yard line. They'll say the 43. And Ochoa comes up with a nice catch again.
Yeah, nice one-handed grab by Ochoa right there over the middle. Another first down, and a quick couple plays. It brings them right to Louisiana's side of the field. Great drive so far. Let's see if Jacksonville can keep this up.
5 wide for Bruin. He likes these kind of sets. Lets him wing it. Looking to throw it. Throws short. Crossing pattern from right to left over the middle into the middle of the hash mark. 2nd and 4. And that will at least get the job done there to get him a 2nd and manageable.
Goldie Morrison getting their name called for the first time in the ball game today. So nice reception there.
Really liking these spread out sets. Not a lot of heavy looks so far from Jacksonville. 2nd and 4. Bruin trying to take off. Breaks a tackle. Oh, he's got a first down and more. He will finally spin and get tackled. What a run from O.J. Bruin as he basically judo throws the first tackle over his head and then gets down inside, just outside the red zone, actually.
Curtis, I have never seen that. duck move from a quarterback. The defensive lineman goes flying over his head, and then even a spin move on top of that to pick up a first down. What a play, almost to the 20-yard line. Wow.
The most fluid drive so far from Jacksonville. Bunch right, throw, caught, and got a first down and more to the 10 to the 5, down to the 4-yard line. Gets Kingston Ellington 1st and goal for the Kings as they're down to the 4.
Kingston Ellington getting a reception on a nice out route. Just gets the defender out of place right there. And a nice reception gets him down inside the 5-yard line. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. They've got to capitalize right here.
They may go back to Kingston Ellington later on as well. He's been able to more or less abuse Roland Hood in that one-on-one matchup so far. Bunch left. Bruin back in the end zone. That is caught. That's a touchdown. Kings are within 3 points pending the extra point. What a play. Finds them a score.
Joseph Boudet with a beautiful little tap in the back of the end zone gets Jacksonville their first 6 points of the ball game. What a beautiful throw by O.J. Bruin on top of it. Great play all around over the middle, and Jacksonville's on the board.
That is ideal. That's exactly what they were looking for from that drive. They needed something to go right, and they finally were able to get it going on this go. Joseph Boudet, the rookie, comes up with the score. And we'll see if they can add on the extra point. Snap good, hold good. It is up and through. So that's a 3-point game now. That changes the complexion of this contest as Louisiana bends and finally breaks to Jacksonville on defense.
Yes, and Jacksonville finally, we saw progressions from Jacksonville on their first 3 drives, right? So first it was 3 and out. Then they had their second drive that went up to about midfield and maybe just past it. Third drive is where they hit pay dirt, get the touchdown over the middle, and find the end zone. And now they seem to have broken into defense by Louisiana.
2 yards outside the end zone. 1st and 10 for the Revs in a 10-7 game. If you're new to the SFL, Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Weak eye look and a free play, trying to get Squarebush in the open field, and they do, getting all the way down to about the 46-yard line. They'll decline this penalty and take the first down.
Yeah, beautiful run by Squarebush. His nicest run of the game by far so far in this ball game. as he takes this one up the right side off tackle and picks up beautiful yardage to get a first down. Just follows, nice block there by Collier as well, just following his blockers and outruns a couple of linebackers before he's tackled for a good gain of about 15 yards or so.
That will work. That gets them a nice answer to what Jacksonville was just able to do to them. See how well they can continue that split back heavy look. Looks like it might be another Square Bush run. Nope, they'll pass it this time. They'll get it up to Square Bush in the flat. Gonna try to break a tackle. Real good open field tackle by the linebacker. Gonna bring him down after only a 3-yard gain. It's Collier, the fullback, who actually got that football. Good work from him to get a reception.
Yeah, Collier went out on a little out route that time to pick up a good 3 yards to bring up a second medium for him. So good find for Utah out there.
Looking to throw it. Utah to the outside. That one's Square Bush. He's going to try to work the sideline. First down and more. And a real nice tiptoe along that white chalk out there. 1st and 10 as they get well into Jacksonville territory.
Yeah, and you get Square Bush out in open field where he can maneuver and make people miss. It'll spell trouble for any kind of defense. And that time, he just, after he catches the ball, he just turns on the motors. Gets a nice block from one of his O-linemen that time as well. Out there along the sidelines, and picks up yet another first down in Jacksonville territory.
Coverage playing tight. This looks like man defense. Hammer bottom of your screen. It is a run through the middle. It is Square Bush again. Finds themselves 7 more yards as they're well into field goal range at this point.
Square Bush a little slow to get up, but he does get up. He took a little bit of a hit by one of the Jacksonville defenders on that play, but picks up a good 7 yards for his troubles.
Single back again. That is Square Bush in the single left formation on the heavy. He's going to get the ball in the open field, blocking, breaking tackle to the 10, to the 5. He'll get taken down at the 5-yard line. Good job in pursuit to keep it at a 1st and goal, but man, Square Bush looked like he had the end zone all the way that was developing.
Yeah, let's see who he laid down on the defender's side. Oh, 20. Oh, just laid him down on his way to a big gain. Oh, young Vaught. Square Bush said, "Young Vaught, lay down. You are not clear for takeoff, as I'm going to run you over."
He was definitely, Vaught was coming off a block though too, so it was either way. Just unfortunate timing, the way that developed for him. 4-3 look on defense. Square Bush gets the ball, and Jacksonville doesn't care. 1st and goal turns into 2nd and goal as they lose, well, it looks like 3 yards as they get him back to the 8.
And Logan Gardner coming in and making the tackle for loss took offense to that big run by Square Bush on the previous play and got a big time loss on that 1st and goal.
Trying to hold Louisiana to the outside. That's caught. End zone, no. Out at the 1-yard line. Probably stepped out closer to the 2 was Cameron Collier. They'll give him the 1. It's 3rd and goal.
Super unfortunate for Cameron Collier that the catch momentum took him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Just couldn't keep his momentum going forward instead of towards the sidelines. Otherwise, he would have had 6 points because there was no defenders around him on that reception.
8th play of this drive. 70 yards so far, trying to get 71 for the touchdown. Utah looks, throws, back in the end zone, tip, and incomplete. That is Gooden, who made a heck of a play. 2 hands on the football, puts it out of the back of the end zone. 4th and goal, and Jacksonville holds serve.
Yeah, Gooden. Oh, man. What a beautiful defensive pass deflection right there. Utah on that pass in the back of the end zone looking for Liam Hammer right there for the 6 points, but Gooden was having none of it. And a good 3rd down pass deflection, bringing up another short field goal attempt for Otis.
Otis Bedreau this time from the left hash, this time from even closer. It's about an 18-yard chip shot. Snap is low, handled well. At least got it up and got it through. That was dangerous, but they do live to tell about it. And it's 3 more points on for Louisiana. Nice part about for Jacksonville there, they did keep it to a 1-possession game as the defense bent but did not break for 6. They only get 3. Good stuff. And now Bedreau will have it on the tee to send it back to Sanders in the return game.
Quick note, that is twice now for Jacksonville's defense, where Louisiana's offense had it inside the 5-yard line, and Jacksonville's defense has stood tall.
He's going to get down to about the 23-yard line from Sanders. Not much past that. 1st and 10 for the Jacksonville Kings. If you're liking the game so far, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There's no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership. 4 wide, empty set look for Bruin on 1st down, tipped and incomplete. And no huddle here with 3:20 left in this 2nd quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Waits, now throws, and that's incomplete. 3rd down, they're stuck in this formation, it looks like. And it doesn't look like they have a lot of options to go along here. 5-step drop. Looks, throws, right side. That one, though, is it was incomplete. It looked like it might have been caught by Ellington. It drops to the floor. A very quick 20-second 3-and-out for the Kings, as they're going to end up punting this ball back to Louisiana.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Jacksonville decided to do a hurry-up drill right there. They still had over 3 minutes to go in the half. Maybe they saw something on Louisiana's defense that they thought they could take advantage of, but they just stayed a quick 3-and-out. Now Louisiana gets the ball right back with a lot of time left on the clock before halftime.
Yeah, a ton of time. All 3 timeouts as well. Both teams do. At this point, 3:13. There's 4 clock stoppages at least coming with the 2-minute warning and 3 timeouts if they're all used. And this will be a punt from his own about 10-yard line. Get all the way back to about the 43. And to the 45, 46 they go. Louisiana gets the ball back, but not before we check in with Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ.
Thank you, Curtis. The Deezer Powell Show all of a sudden in Queen City. 3rd down and 14. A long bomb on play action for the Corsairs. They have beaten the Scorpions 5 straight times. And Deezer Powell passes Boo Chisholm now for 3rd all-time in receiving touchdowns in SFL history. Just a 6-point game in the snow. Back to you guys.
Competitive snow games. They are in a lost art form in modern football. That's going to be to the outside. The 50 to the 45 and out of bounds. I think he stepped out of bounds maybe at the 40. Well, he stepped out of bounds either way before. And that is a 1st and 10 as Bernard Gooden had to come up to make the stop. Going back to Queen City and Arizona, Nate, Deezer Powell over there. His teammate in this game, or his own former teammate in this game, Christopher Ochoa, and then, of course, O.J. Bruin, who used to throw the ball to Deezer Powell as early as a season ago. Yeah,
and having a good season for Queen City so far, having a good game against Arizona there tonight. So, congrats to him. Oh, look out.
And it looks like it was jumped on by the Revs. They keep possession, but that was dangerous. Taquan Hale's the one who knocked it out. And a nice play defensively to cause some panic in the Louisiana offense.
A missed opportunity for Jacksonville maybe right there. We'll have to see if that comes back to bite Jacksonville if Louisiana goes further here on this drive.
Right into the left, throwing towards Liam Hammer on the left side. That is not going to happen. Incomplete as he was overthrown. Schwint got pressure onto Utah and caused the early throw. It's 3rd down.
Big 3rd down coming up for Jacksonville's defense right here on this drive. After going 3-and-out on Jacksonville's previous possession, trying to hold serve on their defense and not allow that to previous offensive possession to hurt them. Trying to get Louisiana's offense off the field right here. Let's see if they can do it.
5 wide, 3rd down and 9. Defense getting loud for Jacksonville. Utah hurried on the throw, and it's incomplete. Nearly intercepted, and it probably would have been brought back to the house. 57, the linebacker for Jacksonville, got up to make the play, couldn't bring it in, and Walter Milanishin will come in to try to pin the Jacksonville Kings back deep.
Yeah, Stan Diamond almost had 2 hands on that one, but unfortunately it falls to the turf, incomplete. And however, it does bring up 4th down, and Jacksonville will get the ball back with 4 clock stoppages to their name here before the halftime break.
And that's going to bounce at the 6 into the end zone, so we'll start this drive at the 20-yard line. Jacksonville still within a possession, so no worries there. I fear they may try to go back to the no huddle here, which at this point wouldn't make much sense, but because they still have all sorts of time to be able to do something with pretty good field position.
We'll see what they come out with, but yeah, I would say slow it down maybe a little bit after that last no huddle go of it didn't work out for them.
3 to the left, 1 to the right. Goes the way over the middle,
Oh.
tipped, and finally hits the ground. That was dangerous. 2-minute warning is upon us. 13-7 game. Louisiana trying to hold the offense where it is and get into the locker room with the lead. It's the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Chris Curtis, Nate Hall with you in the broadcast booth in a 13-7 contest. Single back look as Sanders is the one back there. Looks like bump coverage coming in instead of a run. This will be through the middle, but not much happening. In fact, it'll be a TFL as Blake B. Craze has 3 of those today.
Blake B. Craze has had a lot of time in that backfield for of Jacksonville, making his name well known back there and making life difficult for Jacksonville's offense.
Bunch left on the offense. Looking to throw it to the outside. Sanders has an open field to work with. Tries to work his block, but the block is moving too slow for him. Tries to move past it and immediately gets tackled. 4th and 5, as they will likely have to punt it away again. The clock continues to go, and Jacksonville, I think, content to let it go at this point. They don't want to let Louisiana get any more shots that they can before the Kings have to kick the ball to them at the start of the second half.
Oh, let's see what this is.
A penalty at that point. You don't see very often. Let's see what R62 has.
Offsides? Wow. Let's see if this is enough for a first down.
It is indeed an encroachment, and I don't think it's enough for the first. I think they were 3rd and long anyway, or 4th and long anyway.
I think it was 4th and 5.
No, it was. It's a first down. Off the penalty, it's a first down. It's a free possession, or free set of chains for the Kings.
Wow.
Oh, man, that's a mistake.
Absolute gift from Louisiana's defense. Oh, or special teams, I should say.
That's not normal for the wow, that's crazy. This will be Bruin. Looks to throws short, crossing pattern, catch and run, gets them to the 45-yard line. Now they start to go no huddle here. Again, Jacksonville all 3 timeouts with 50 seconds to go. Bunch left, 1 outside. That's the bottom of your screen as well. That's Ellington down there. They'll go his direction. Caught. First down and more. Got to get out of bounds, and he is shoved out of bounds. Timeout taken as the clock did not stop, and that is actually Ochoa who was in the lone spot as he switched sides.
Yeah, Ochoa looked like he had 2 completions in a row there, one right after the other, on different sides of the field, getting 2 quick first downs in quick succession for his Jacksonville offense. And this, oh boy, if this phantom encroachment penalty by Louisiana's special teams comes back to bite them, we'll have to see. But boy, what a mistake that could turn out to be.
4 wide, empty set look for Bruin. 1st and 10 with 41 ticks to go. Backs it up, 5-step drop, throwing. Oh, that's picked off. Oh man, what a grab! That Ethan Arthur out there. He was all over the wide receiver and could not, and Ochoa couldn't get free. And at that point, it was a great read by Ethan Arthur to get up, grab that ball with 2 hands, and also not commit DPI. That's a hard thing to do, and Louisiana turns it over.
Yeah, actually, I think it was Kingston Ellington out there on that post pattern that ball was intended for out there. But even Arthur, as he stated, had a good beat on that ball to pick that off. And looked like he was behind the receiver at first, but had a good beat on that ball to pick that off and just beat the receiver there at the end to pick it off.
And Louisiana content to just let this one go down. I think they may have one more snap before the end of this half. 2nd and 10 coming. As we're down to the final 10 seconds in this first half. And, yep, they will run one more. Squarebush breaks a tackle, then gets taken down by the shoelaces, and that will finish up the first 2 quarters of play. A 13-7 game after all that. No points in the last few minutes of that second quarter, and the Revolution hold on to a 1-possession lead going into the third quarter. Just about ready to go again. The Revs do get the ball back. Liam Hammer back deep for the return. Kick is up and gone, and we're underway again. A low-scoring first half of play as we return to about the 22-yard line. A counterpart to the other game that's going on right now, which has about 60 combined points, which is kind of crazy. But this one, not quite that pace. It's been a defensive struggle both sides.
Yeah, and Jacksonville defense, they have, as you stated in that first half, bent but not broken on a couple different possessions, allowing Louisiana's offense to get inside the 5 on a couple different occasions, but the defense stays tall and only allows a couple of field goals on those possessions. Look out!
And it's Squarebush who gets free and is gone down the sideline after a couple broken tackles. Gets a first down and 10 to the 33-yard line in Jacksonville territory. What a first down play.
Yeah, and at this point, Jacksonville is thanking their lucky stars that Dan Diamond and Bernard Gooden is on their defense. Look at the speed on Squarebush, though, to get around the edge and motor down the field. But equally, though, the same motor on Bernard Gooden to get down there and at least slow down Squarebush before he could get past him. What great speed by both of those men. One by Squarebush to get all the way down the other side of the field, but the other for Bernard Gooden to get down there and slow him down.
Regardless of the points that they get, they can make this a 2-possession lead. So this is important. This is an important offensive possession for Louisiana, and they're in plus territory at this point. Looking to throw. Thrown, left side, Hammer. Got the catch. First down. Yes, they'll give it to him. First down and 10 at the 33-yard line as the out route worked to perfection there for Louisiana.
Yeah, actually down inside the 25 to the 23-yard line on that sideline route pattern from Utah to the receiver over there by the sideline, got on the first down play. So good job to get it further down inside the 25-yard line.
That's a nice ball over the left side again. First down. They're abusing that left side of the formation as they have another first down. This one well inside the red zone.
This time finds his tight end. It's been a while since we've called the tight end's name out there. John Michael Sudduth. That's his second reception on night. He had his first one there in the first quarter, I believe, on the first drive of the ball game, and he gets the second one right there on this drive.
He was the first receiver to catch a ball for Louisiana today, JMS was, and finally finds another one here early on in this third quarter. Single back look, handoff. Squarebush has a hole right through down to the goal line. He wasn't quite able to get to the plane. First and goal at the 1.
And absolutely got nailed right there at the 1 before he could reach that end zone. But the seas just parted for Squarebush right there at the line of scrimmage. And then the safety comes across and just nails Squarebush right there at the 1 to bring him down. Not before he does get that first and goal, though, at that spot.
First and goal at the 1, handoff. Squarebush trying to finish it off, and he does. That is a Randy Squarebush touchdown, and the Louisiana Revolution put up point 19 and probably 20 to take a potential 13-point lead.
And Squarebush just making it look easy, following his blockers off that right side and finding his way into the end zone for another touchdown, this time the 1-yard variety, and picks up a touchdown, his first of the ball game, and he'll be happy to have that under his belt. But now well over 100 yards, 140 to be exact, in the ball game with that touchdown.
From Boudreaux, about to get underway. Snap good, hold good, kick up and on the way. It is up, and it is through to make it a 20-7 lead over Jacksonville. So Jacksonville gets the ball back, and their job under no uncertain terms is to answer with some kind of point. They do not want to let Louisiana get too far away in this game, so this becomes a pretty important possession for them going forward.
I think they just need to get back to what they were doing at the end of that first half and finding their wide receivers.
KK's up and gone at about the 3. To the 10, the 15, the 20, left at the 20 to the 25-yard line. Let's say the 24. And that is where the Jacksonville Kings will take over this possession. Can anyone stop the Baltimore Vultures? That's the question everyone's been asking. This week, it's the DC Dragons' turn. Dragons lost 3 games to the Vultures last season and are out to prove this season will be different. Fresh off an OT win in Houston, will DC make a statement? Dragons host the Vultures Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern, part of a 6-game Saturday slate right here on SFL YouTube. Empty set look for Bruin. Looking to throw. 5 receivers. Left side and fairly deep and incomplete. Ochoa, the intended target. Not going to happen. Hand on the football, knocks it away.
Even Arthur that time with great coverage on that side of the field, blanketing Ochoa and just able to tip that one away and making that one just a simple pass deflection, incomplete pass. Great coverage.
Hyper awareness there from Arthur, realizing the ball's coming and looks back just in time. That's really cool from him. Very, very good play. 2nd and 10 coming up here from the Jacksonville offense. They've gotten away from the run game. And Bruin, I mean, he threw it 50 times last week, so it's not necessarily a surprise. Another 4-wide set here. We'll see if they run it the same. They do not. Thrown left side. Looking for Ochoa. This time he's got it. A leaping grab. Hit as he caught it. What a grab it was down the sideline to the 44-yard line.
And he was blanketed by 2 defenders that time on that route. And Ochoa goes up and beats both of them. Arthur and Mike Ryan both were back there trying to cover him up. And again, just great job of Ochoa to get up there, use his height to go up and high point that ball and come down with a great reception.
Bruin in a 5-wide set. Looking to throw it over the middle, and that is tipped and incomplete. Another one. This time Mike Ryan got his hand on the football to knock it down. 2nd and 10 coming.
Yeah, Mike Ryan back there just playing center field in that defensive backfield. Great awareness to find the ball and just back that one away and make it an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Under center. Bruin another 5-wide set. He likes those sets, as does the Jacksonville offense. Has the football. 3-step drop, thrown short. Catch and run opportunity. Gets a first down. That'll work. Over the slot. They find the football, find the reception, get a new set of downs. Jacksonville moving.
I believe that was Kingston Ellington over the middle on that reception. And a nice first down on that slant route, bringing up a first down in Louisiana territory.
Ochoa, the lead in that bunch at the bottom of your screen. Look his way. Bruin over the middle. That one's caught. It is Ochoa down there at about the 11-yard line. What a grab in triple coverage. And it is 1st and 10.
Even Arthur was back there trying to cover Ochoa. Blake B. Graves was back there too, the linebacker.
Talk about a coverage linebacker.
Yeah, that's gonna be a mismatch though every time. And Ochoa just is back there and grabs that completion, and great reception over the middle, all the way down almost to the 10-yard line.
Jacksonville trying to get it back to a 1-possession game. 5-wide set, or actually 4-wide set. One more time, tight end to the left. That's Harleman. Thrown, end zone, tipped and incomplete. Couple in that area as they went all slants on the first down play. Didn't work.
Yeah, give that pass deflection right there to Even Arthur, just back there making the coverage play on that pass deflection. Great play by him. 2nd down.
That's the key to that all slants play, though. If you don't make a decision quickly, all of those slant patterns are going to end up in the middle of the field, and it creates a major cluster to try to work through. Bunch right, one to the left as well. In the gun is Bruin. He's got Sanders with him. Has the football. Play action. Looks to throw. Problem coming. He is taken down, and he loses a ton of yards in the process. It is 3rd and a mile as Blake Craze comes up and does it again.
When you see Odette Boudreaux barreling down your way, coming in there for a sack, you better get rid of that ball. That time, O.J. Bruin just didn't get rid of it in time and takes the sack, and big loss of yardage, as you stated, 3rd and long here.
Yeah, mistake on my end. Odette Boudreaux with a big play. That's going to be the end zone, and that is caught regardless. That's a touchdown. They found points. Wow. Either way, it's Bodette is second of the game, and even through all the adversity, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone. Jacksonville does get it back to a 1-possession game.
What a throw, first of all, by O.J. Bruin, finding Boudette over the middle. But let's just take a look at Boudette and what he's done today. 2 receptions, both of those for touchdowns, and 22 yards on 4 targets. Young man, have yourself a day and make your catches where it counts. Another touchdown inside the end zone for your 12th point all by yourself.
Clearly
nice
does
job.
Not get paid by the hour, no doubt about that, as they get it back to a 6-point game. And 4 targets on the day for Bodette, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's about as efficient as it gets. Go have lunch. 3rd down, third quarter, and it is a 20-14 game for the Revs, who are going to get the ball back and try to answer. Good start offensively for both teams in this 3rd quarter. And that'll be brought back. Hammer with it, moves left, has some room to go, but he'll get taken down at the 25-yard line. So they will come back out and try to, basically do it again. They had a really successful drive last time out after the long square bush run. They get a chance to bring the noise one more time and get it back to a 2-possession lead.
Yeah, but if Jacksonville wants to bring it to within a tie or take the lead, they need to stop on defense here, and it starts with this drive right here.
Heavy look, quick throw, a drop on offense. Utah can't believe that was not brought in, 2nd and 10.
Either can't believe that was brought in or can't believe it wasn't called DPI, because there was a bang-bang play looking for JMS over the middle. And Bernard Gooden, it was a bang-bang play. I think it was a good defensive play by Gooden and a nice defensive play. Nice hit to jar that ball loose.
You're allowed contact. You're just not allowed to impede the receiver's progress in catching the ball. Right. And I think Gooden had the right of way there on the contact that he had on the shoulder. So good stuff there, 2nd and 10. 2 to the left, 1 to the right in the split back. Handoff. Square bush breaks a tackle, then gets taken down over the middle of the field to the 31-yard line. Want in-depth statistics all season long? Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for info about the league and its 28 teams, and to see all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL. Utah. Left side, tipped and incomplete. A couple of Kings had their hands on it. Ricky Robinson, the first there. It is 4th down, and Louisiana will punt.
Yeah, great job by Ricky Robinson to get his hand up there to stop that pass from getting completed, getting over to the receiver over there on that left side. That's going to bring on Walter Melanishin, and as I stated, Jacksonville needed that defensive stop if they were going to try to bring this game closer. They did their job on defense. Let's see if they can capitalize here on their next possession.
Just about halfway through this 3rd quarter of play, and they at this point have a chance, if they get a touchdown, to take the lead for the first time tonight. This will be returnable. Not much to it. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, and a good punt from Melanishin puts the Jacksonville Kings back on fairly even field position, and O.J. Bruin back out on to the field. He threw it 58 times a week ago. He's already thrown it 26 in this game, and so he's on pace to throw it and have another 40 burger in the attempts category is Bruin. 3 bunch to the left. Bruin will throw in a 5-step drop. That's caught. Not much to it. A 5-yard gain and a nice open field, well-timed tackle. We'll have it at 2nd and 5.
Like that was Dill Swayze on that one, as even Arthur was in there to make the stop, trying to cover him. But good tackle on that play, but a great reception on that side of the field for a good 5-yard gain.
4 wide, 3 to the right. Sanders is in the backfield with Bruin. We haven't seen a run from Sanders in a hot minute. It'll be a play action here. Pressure coming, throws right side, and it is incomplete. There was pressure coming around the back, untouched, and it nearly caused a major sack. Nothing doing, and that will be a 3rd and long coming.
Almost caused an interception, too, because Dante Grimm had perfect positioning back there in that defensive backfield, and pretty much the ball was thrown right to Dante Grimm. Dante just couldn't hold on to it, and it's a pass deflection.
4 wide. Tight ends off to the left here. He'll be running a route as well. Looking to throw for the first down. Tipped and incomplete. You saw the hand go up, and Swayze, your intended target. Nothing doing. Jacksonville 3 and out. Will give the ball back to the Revs.
And Blake B. Craze just swatted that thing like it was a fly that he was trying to get away from his face. Just straight up and back down to the ground. Just get that thing away from me. A nice pass deflection there to bring up 4th down.
3 tackles for loss, a sack, an assist, and a pass deflect. Blake B. Craze, as of right now, probably your defensive player of the game, to say the least. 4th down, we'll give the ball back to Liam Hammer and company on the return, and it's returned down to about the 30-yard line. They'll say the 32, and Utah back out onto the field to start this next drive. So I think at this point, separation is going to be the priority for Louisiana. They're on the road. They want to make this a 2-possession game as fast as possible, and if they can, keep it there. They've been utilizing Randy Squarebush really well. I expect him to get a steady diet of action on this drive. We'll see what they do. Utah to throw. Over the middle and deep, and it's picked off. As we say that, and now it's returnable with blocks down to about the 43-yard line. 45 is where they'll mark it, and the safety comes up to make the play on the long bomb over the middle.
They were looking for Lyric Da Vinci on that inside post pattern, and Jorge Torres comes away with a great coverage interception right there on that play, and on top of that, a great return all the way up to Louisiana's side of the field, up to the 45-yard line. What a great play by Torres.
Looked like it was a 2-under for the safeties. He was out there in zone coverage. He realized that Da Vinci beat his man, and he had to jump in to make something happen. On the other side now, 1st and 10 for the Kings, and O.J. Bruin's under center in the empty formation. Looking to throw it over the middle, tipped and incomplete.
Wow.
He just about had back-to-back interceptions. Another pass deflection coming through. 2nd and 10.
Blake B. Craze was there. Dante Grimm was there. Yes, almost back-to-back interceptions, but luckily for O.J. Bruin and company, it just goes in the stat sheet as a pass deflection, and they'll get second life.
2nd and 10 coming. Bunch left, one at the top of your screen as well. Ochoa is the lead on that bunch on the bottom of your screen. Throws over the middle. That one is a good throw. A seed over the middle to the 27 yard? No, they give him the 30. Okay. Either way, 1st down for the Kings. O.J. Bruin finds a seam.
O.J. Bruin able to thread that ball right over the hands, right over the hands of Mike Ryan on the way to Joel Harleman, and gets the pass. I know what I'm trying to say. Reception all the way down to the 30-yard line. Wow, what a game! I'm almost speechless.
Guy Clausen in the chat. Throw it to the tight end hashtag. Somewhere Mike Daggs is smiling. Bruin throws it to the top. It's caught. 1st down and more down to the 15-yard line. 16-yard line is where they'll mark him. And Ochoa finds another way to make a play. 1st and 10. They can still get a 1st down at the 6.
Yes, but they are now inside the red zone, and look out, O.J. Bruin is heating up. Louisiana's got to tighten up on defense. Let's see what they do here for Jacksonville.
20 for 32 on the day is Bruin. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. This is the play action. Line holds, throw, caught. Looking for the 1st down, and they got it. Crossing pattern is beautiful. Down to the 5-yard line, it's Dill Swayze who sets him up 1st and goal.
And that play action worked beautifully because it froze the defense. got Dill Swayze wide open. Dante Graham out of position on that right side, and just wide open on that sideline pattern, and inside the right at the 5-yard line. Excuse me. 1st and goal from there. I'm gonna say it right now. Look for Boudet somewhere over the middle.
Yeah, he's actually caught it over the middle twice in this game. Looking for another one potentially here. See where he goes into his office. Looks, throws, Bruin, incomplete. That was a problem, and the linebacker nearly made the interception.
First time we've called Chuck Diesel's name tonight. This time he comes up with a huge pass deflection. Otherwise, that could have been a beautiful pass reception in the end zone.
Yeah, that would have been very, very rough for Jacksonville. They still have the chance to take the lead here. 2nd and goal. Ochoa, bottom of your screen, is the lead on the bunch. Ellington, top of your screen. Looking to throw. Back of the end zone. Tipped and intercepted. You saw it coming. The Plinko ball. Back of the end zone. Dill Swayze, the intended target. But the interception thrown finds the defender's hand. It's Rollerman Hood.
Yeah, Rollerman Hood caught it. But, yeah, Dante Graham, right place at the right time to tip that one back to his teammate. Rollerman Hood there to pick up the pieces off that pass tip. And great catch made for the interception in the end zone, and Louisiana takes over at their 20.
Remember the last 2 possessions for Jacksonville. They had a chance to take the lead and have not been able to. Now Louisiana with a 3rd chance to make it a 2-possession game again. Squarebush taken down at the line of scrimmage after only a 1-yard gain. Actually, that was Collier who had that one. Either way, 2nd and 9.
And Jacksonville's defense being called on one more time to stand up tall on D. A nice play there on 1st down to stop the run after only a 1-yard gain. Let's see if they can do it a couple more times.
Utah under center, single back, looks to throw it, play action, and is caught. Great looking ball. Linebackers frozen over the middle as the post route worked to perfection. It's Tommy Utah finding a way to make it happen.
Yeah, Liam Hammer on the receiving end over that pattern over the middle. The defender on that one just couldn't keep up. Young Vaught caught out of position and luckily was there, though, to make up the tackle to clean it up before he could break away to even make it a bigger gain, potentially to the end zone.
Check that. Lyric Da Vinci on the catch there. Either way, it is a 1st and 10. Utah, play action, look to throw left side, and it is incomplete. They're going to say out of bounds, and well out of bounds there was Liam Hammer.
And Hammer excuse me, Louisiana starting to heat up a little bit, but 2nd and 10 now coming up here for Louisiana.
Looking at a far formation look for the refs. Handoff, Squarebush trying to get through, but he's double teamed on the tackle to bring him down. They're not letting him free. 2nd and 10, or 1st and 10. No, 2nd and 10 becomes 3rd and 12. And now the Revs are up against it in 3rd and long.
And great sign right there. Forrest Dalton coming back from his injury, getting in there for the tackle for loss, coming in to make the play.
Louisiana 5 for 9 on 3rd downs today, looking to continue that success. Utah, left side, tipped and incomplete.
Nice.
3rd down and 12 becomes 4th down. They'll punt it away. Gooden makes another fantastic play in coverage.
Yeah, they were looking Liam Hammer's way on that reception on that side of the field. But Gooden, as you stated, with a great defensive play to tip that ball away and make it an incomplete pass on that 3rd down, bringing up 4th, and Walter Milinishin will have to punt this one away again.
2 and 19 left in this 3rd quarter of play. We're shaping up for a photo finish here in Jacksonville. Bill Swayze back for the return. He will have it at about the 20-yard line, gets the 21, no further than that. And another chance for Jacksonville to move down the field. They've been able to move down the field, I'd say, on 2/3 of their drives so far, but haven't been able to finish those drives. The interception in the end zone, the latest blunder on one of those drives, and they're going to see if they can make it happen. They could really use a big strike touchdown here. One play home run touchdown would be a fantastic way to go if you are Jacksonville. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff, Sanders. First time we called his name in a minute. and it is a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that's only his 5th attempt, because before that run, he only had 4 attempts for net 0 yardage. Now he has 5 attempts for 2 total yards. That's definitely not the kind of balance you want to see on offense when your passing game's getting the bulk of the yards. So, but it's doing them. I shouldn't say that because it is doing them well so far. So let's see if they can keep it up.
That's going to be to the outside. Sanders in the swing pass gets a yard. It's almost like he had a conversation with those two coaches on the sideline and said, hey, get me the ball. And now he's getting the ball and unfortunately not able to do much with it.
Yeah, so we'll see if they go back to the drawing board on the next drive, depending on how this one ends out here. So
Yeah.
we'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
This will be a 4 wide set tight end to the left as well. That's Harleman. Ochoa, bottom of your screen. Kingston Ellington, top of your screen, running the crossing pattern. That's up, and it is picked
look
off,
out.
and this is open field. 20, 10, 5. It is a pick 6 for the Louisiana Revolution. Touchdown, and they make it a 2-possession game on defense instead.
And Dante Graham had the pass deflection back in the end zone to tip it back to one of his teammates to stop Jacksonville's previous drive. This time he said, I'm going to take the ball myself, and then had plenty of green to run in front of him and gets the 6 points himself. Nice defensive play to get back there for the end zone and the 6 points to get the touchdown. What a play.
All right, so that is a big problem for the Kings, as they're now in a position where they're going to need to score twice and get 2 stops to be able to come back and score not just field goals. They need touchdowns at this point, as this is going to be a 13-point lead for the Louisiana Revolution with just over a quarter to go in this contest. 1:01 left in the third, 27-14 Louisiana is in front of the King.
Yeah, No Jay's Bruin's going to have to shake off that last throw and get back to what he knows that was working earlier in the ball game, just getting the ball out to those receivers on the out routes and the mid route, the mid-range patterns over the middle. Just get back to what he knows works.
2-yard line. Returned by Swayze, working on a spin move through the middle, and he'll get it out to the 26-yard line, and that's where we'll start this next drive. Sunday, a pair of early season unbeatens take center stage in Canada, where Robert Redford and the Vancouver Legion will have their first home game and host the BDG Hollywood and the Atlanta Swarm in the first SFL game in Canada in 2023. Coverage starts at 9:15 Eastern only on SFL YouTube. In the gun, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Looking to throw it. We drop back. Bruin over the middle. Looking to take a shot. He's picked off. And man, Louisiana starting to pick on OJ Bruin here, literally and figuratively. 1st and 10, and Bruin can't believe it.
And this time it is Mike Ryan with the great coverage and the interception to follow. This time trying to find Ochoa over the middle for the reception, but this time Ryan with the great coverage on that. It had a beat on that ball, and that ball had no chance of finding its receiver. And Ryan in the right place picked that ball off, and a nice return almost to the Jacksonville 40.
16 for 26 is Tommy Utah today. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He'd love to make it 3. He's going to put this to the outside on a flat pattern. It's caught by Squarebush. He is clotheslined. What a hit at the 32-yard line. He's lit up by Jorge Torres, who comes through and makes the play.
Yeah, and then TJ Harper, I believe, came in to clean that up on the other side of him, too. Just on both sides of him. Luckily, we see Squarebush come in and get right back up after that hit.
2nd and 1. Squarebush, your deep back here. They'll hand off to him. A couple blockers in front of him. It doesn't matter. Defensive line for Jacksonville makes a play again. And a good one, to say the least. 3rd and 2 coming up here is Gardner. He's been good all day.
Yes, he has. I believe that's at least his 3rd tackle for loss of the game for him in this ball game. And he's been having a great go of it so far in this one.
And that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Put your 4s up and the associated very memorable numbers in SFL history as well. It is quarter number 4 in Jacksonville, a 27-14 score. Chris Curtis, Nate Hall, along with you in the broadcast booth, Rochelle Colston, DJ Woods, and Ricky Robinson in the stats truck, along with commissioner and producer Cameron Irvine in the background, pressing buttons to get us look better. We have needed the right to look. That's a ton of for Squarebush, and he has a new set of downs at the 25-yard line.
As Squarebush does pick up that first down, up to just lays out the I believe that was John Martin across the middle right there, on his way to pick up first down yardage up to the 25-yard line.
You were correct, by the way. Logan Gardner, 3 tackles for loss today from the defensive tackle. He's been very, very good all day. Utah sees something at the line. Split backs. Tight end to the left. Handoff through the middle. Broken tackle. Green in front. He's chased down at the 9-yard line. Man, Randy Squarebush, when he breaks one tackle, you think he's going to go all the way every single time.
Yeah, you do. And Dan Diamond, he did everything that he could just to hang on at the very end there, else he'd still be running and probably would be in the end zone right about now. Great run by Squarebush and great use of breaking the tackles to pick up extra yards.
First and goal. Where do they go from here? They let Squarebush get it in the end zone, or at least try. Or they let Tommy Utah go for his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. They'll try to throw. Throws. End zone. Got it. Touchdown. Found a window to put the ball in the end zone. It's John Michael Sudduth. He had the first catch of the game for Louisiana, and at the moment, he has the most current catch, this one for 6.
Yeah, JMS on that slant inside, and young Vaught trying to come over late, got there late in the coverage, just couldn't get there in time, and JMS comes away with a nice reception in the end zone. 6 more points and a 3-score lead for Louisiana.
I'm not going to say he's lucky, but the man won a car on Wheel of Fortune, so do with that what you will.
Anybody who don't know what we're talking about, go look up YouTube.
Yeah. 34-13. There's 34-14, sorry, Louisiana by a 20 points in front of Jacksonville at the moment after the Sudduth touchdown. And Jacksonville is down at this point big. And this Louisiana, a heck of a job to put big-time separation between them and the Kings.
It's a huge uphill battle now for Jacksonville to try to keep their undefeated season alive at this point.
Kick is up and gone, returnable. Just inside the end zone to the 20-yard line. And Bill Swayze gets it out to about the 21. And no further than that. Quick update back to Cameron Irvine at SFL HQ with a final.
It's a final. Buffalo goes down. Queen City goes down to DJ Moses and the Arizona Scorpions. Over 200 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground for DJ. Queen City gave it a good run. But Arizona 3-0 for the first time since season 3. That stats, thanks to the back
Going to throw it. That's caught in a 5-yard gain on first down. Arizona, who knew that the Scorpions would survive as well as they have in the snow? So that is that's a heck of a play, heck of a start by them. 3-0 for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, congrats to Eddie Gage and Ashley Jackson and all the coaching staff over there in Arizona for that hot start over there in Arizona, and a great 3-0 start for them.
Through the middle, make it 3rd and 3, and nothing more. But Sanders does get the ball in his hand as they try to get him involved. Maybe a little bit too late for him at this point.
Yeah, I think you would try to go to the air a little bit more often now if you're OJ Bruin and Jacksonville's offense being down 3 scores at this point in the 4th quarter.
4 wide, throwing over the top. That one is caught. Ochoa somehow found a way to hold on to that. No, it's not even Ochoa. That's the tight end Harleman, I believe. He was able to bring that in.
Kingston Ellington.
Oh, wow.
Make it a 3rd time for you. But nonetheless, Mike Ryan just got there late on the coverage, and Ellington even beat on that straight go pattern, even beat Even Arthur on that side of the field. Nice reception made over there by Ellington to get that first down.
1st and 10, 3 to the left. Single back is Sanders. They're not completely out of this. They need quick scores. Sanders on the swing is not able to make the spin work. A couple times they've caught him mid-spin and torn him down to the ground. It is 2nd and 4.
Look, the way I see it, no team is ever out of it when you see one team score 28 points in the final 5 minutes. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go look at last season's Arizona-London game.
Not wrong. Looking to throw it. Bruin over the middle. That's a dangerous ball, but it's caught. This time it finds the target. And Christopher Ochoa on the post pattern has them just outside the red zone.
And OJ Bruin things up for his offense. Still finding his open receivers. This time finding Ochoa over the middle. Nice catch right there in front of the defenders. And well inside Louisiana territory, looking for more points, trying to get his team closer to pay dirt.
7 and 30 left in this 4th quarter of play. Bunch right for Jacksonville. They've had success out of this route tree before. Looking to throw over the middle, and that is incomplete. Not able to find the target. Ellington, the intended target, not going to happen. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life. Inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Bruin, plenty of time. Thrown and nearly picked off again. That ball had heat on it. I believe that was Craze who got a hand on it again. No, it was not. He was Diesel, but he could not hold on to the football.
But one thing we failed to mention so far up to this point is just how much time OJ Bruin has had back there in the pocket to find his receivers so far in this ball game. And I think that in part is thanks to his great offensive lineman that he's had to protect him back there, led by the linemen, left tackle Alden Bleeker and left guard Olivia Bleeker as well.
Outside, tipped, and incomplete. They have had some issues on the right side where there have been free rushers come through on a couple of play action balls. But ultimately, I mean, you're right. The majority of the time he's had time to make decisions at his pace. Unfortunately, in that 3rd quarter, that was not very good for them. They will kick a field goal here to get it back to a 34-17 score if they make it through. Should be about a 42-yarder from here. From the right hash. Oh, handled poorly low, but it is up and it is through. That was dangerous. Luckily, the line held. No block and 3 points added on as Jordan Bradshaw adds on a field goal.
Good job by the holder to get that low snap down for Jordan Bradshaw to be able to get that leg through there and get that field goal through for the 3 points. But still a 3-score game with 7 minutes left and an uphill battle still for Jacksonville to get something going to bring this game within striking distance.
Liam Hammer back deep for the return. Looking to try to maybe put this game away. 15 to the 20. Move it through the middle. He's got some room to go on the outside. Finally caught and brought down at the 28-yard line. At this point, Jacksonville needs a turnover. They need to make Louisiana turn the ball over, and it's likely going to be a steady diet of Randy Squarebush, as it should be. He's been good all day long, and if anyone deserves to get the ball in time to try to close this one out, it's him. 23 attempts, 165 yards, and he's had a really, really good day. This will be he evades, throws, caught,
Ow.
2 evaded sacks, and somehow Tommy Utah found his target. How elusive can you be? JMS has the reception, and it's 1st and 10.
Wow. We saw OJ Bruin do that earlier in this ball game. This time it's Tommy Utah evaded a couple of defensive linemen from Jacksonville. Finds JMS even after all that. What a great play by the quarterback just to evade the defenders and didn't have enough wherewithal to find his tight end for a nice gain to pick up a 1st down. What moxie by this guy.
be over the top. It's caught. A jump ball lands in the hands of the receiver.
Uh-oh.
And that is a big problem as Lyric Da Vinci is down and not moving. That could make things a little more difficult in the passing game for the rest of this game for Louisiana.
Let's see if we see where he got injured here. Oh, maybe it's just on the hit. Maybe the way the defender right there fell on top of him. It looks like that was Jorge Torres, the safety, in there on the tackle. Maybe it's just the way he got his wind knocked out of him. Let's hope that's all it is, and he's able to come back in, but we'll have to keep an eye on that.
They'll try to find the Da Vinci code to bring him back in. Under center. Single back formation. Left side, and nope, tackled in the backfield. They knew it was going to square bush. They were able to break through, get the penetration on the defensive line, or on the offensive line, and get there.
Joey Schwint was in there, as well as Taekwon Hale in there for a big tackle for loss, set up this third down.
Split backs look, 2 to the right, 1 to the left in the tight end flex. Utah throws on the run. Oh, it's intercepted. It's knocked away by the receiver.
Oh, he's still going.
Back, open field. No way. That's the start they need on the comeback trail. It's a touchdown for the Kings. A pick 6 on a dropped ball by the receiver.
And I believe that was the back. Yeah, well, I was going to say, that was a backup wide receiver in there, I believe, on the reception. I didn't see who that was on the receiving end of that, but nevertheless, yes, that was Nathan Nur with the interception. Right place, right time, that bounced off the receiver's hands, and just green grass in front of him, following the rest of his blockers on his way to the end zone, and 6 points to help his team get right back in this ball game. Nice job, Nathan Nur, to get that ball in the end zone to help your team out. I believe that's his first pick 6 of his career too. So congrats, young man.
Yeah, that's a crazy way to go, and it's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Kings as they try to work their way back in. Cooper Xavier was the target on that ball, so it was indeed, you called it, the backup wide receiver that had a shot at that football, and it just ended up being a drop and an interception. As the ball hit him in the hands, he's got to bring that one in. Now, Jacksonville will kick the ball back. A quick stop by the Jacksonville defense, and all of a sudden we have ourselves a little bit of new context to work with in the span of this game. Return. Hammer gets it back down to about the 24-yard line. I'm surprised that Rego De Niro didn't actually move into that spot. You'd think, being the third string wide receiver, he'd be out there in that, or on the spread formations.
Unless they have their backups in on offense super early, which I don't think they should this early in the ball game with over 5 minutes left, but I don't know.
Utah to the outside. That one's caught, trying to keep the momentum moving forward. I believe that was Collier. No, it was Squarebush, and he couldn't quite get the broken tackle. 2nd and 10 as he gains nothing, loses nothing.
Well, nonetheless, if the backups were in earlier, the starters are in now, and Squarebush was on the receiving end from Utah on that play. No gain, however, and Jacksonville has new life now on defense. Now looking at the dime package on this 5 wide. Oh, wow. Louisiana still passing.
Revolution over the middle. That one's caught. Utah finds his target. And that one is Rego De Niro in the moving over the middle of the field. 1st and 10.
Yeah, Utah finding Rego De Niro on that slant pattern. Nice pass over the middle. The defense wasn't there to stop it. And a nice incompletion. Or a nice completion, excuse me.
1st and 10. Louisiana. They could use points. I think probably a touchdown here. Maybe he puts this game back on ice. Squarebush. Scott at the line, and a massive hit. Linebacker comes up, puts him down to the ground with no room for negotiation. 2-yard gain, 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9.
It's like Stan Diamond just ran there and shoulder checked him, make sure he just got leveled to the turf off that shoulder check. What a tackle by Stan Diamond.
Louisiana still content to throw in this spot. Up 10 points. Not trying to kill the clock, which is a bit of a interesting decision. Squarebush, you're back. Hand off. Squarebush, they'll run it here. Broken tackle, room to go, and you'll get the first down, which will take more time off the clock. So they're doing a nice mix of run and pass, and in this case, it works out to give Squarebush the first down.
Yeah, Squarebush getting the ball handed off here, following. Got a broken tackle off John Martin again. We saw that earlier in this ball game on another big run. This time he gets another broken tackle off of him on his way up to midfield for another first down. Quick update on Lyric Da Vinci is out for the rest of this ball game with that broken knee. So
they called it an official term is a twisted knee, which is interesting to say the least. Closing in on 180 yards is Randy Squarebush for the day. They're at the midfield stripe. They're going to give it to him here. He works through the middle and gets to about the 45-yard line. 2nd and 5 coming up. 3:04 left in this fourth quarter. Jacksonville does have all 3 timeouts, but the biggest priority right now is getting a stop. They need a stop, a touchdown, and an onside kick to give themselves a shot.
Yeah, first things first, they need to stop, and that run right there by Squarebush gives him 180 on the day. At this rate, the way Squarebush is running, I think you just hand the ball off to him and let him get the first down.
Yeah, that'd be my strategy as well, I believe. I formation, heavy set look. It's going to Squarebush. The whole building knows it, and he is not able to get the first down on this play. 3rd and 2, and more time ticks down as we approach the 2-minute warning.
Jorge Torres there on the stop, only allowing him to get 3 yards. But on this 3rd and 2, just handed the ball off to Squarebush one more time. But not before I think Louisiana's offense just content to let this one run down maybe to the 2-minute warning. Let's see here.
Yeah, it would make sense to let it run down. 3, 2, 1, and yes, they do. So get it down to the 2-minute warning. It's a 10-point game in Jacksonville, but Louisiana looking to ice it away. Probably needs a first down to do it. It is the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Stay right here. Been a pretty competitive game all through. 58 combined points, which is pretty wild. 57.5, the over-under. Squarebush run outside, taken down. 4th and 4, and Jacksonville will call a timeout. Now they're going to get the ball back. Still not much time left, but they'll be able to get something done at least on offense and get another shot at it.
However, big play by Harper to come in there with a tackle for loss. They do have 2 timeouts to stop the clock with 1:57 still left on the clock. They're only 2 scores down.
Yep.
I mean, there's still plenty of time. Anything can happen in this league. Come on, you know this.
Need something to go right. The interception pick 6 return was something that went right. They need a few other things. And this will bounce into the end zone for the touchback at the 20-yard line. They got 1:49. They got the stop they needed. Now they need the touchdown, the onside kick, and a field goal to tie it at this point to make or to possibly force an OT. But they have 109 seconds to do it. Empty formation for Bruin. Looking to throw. Tipped and complete. Dangerous ball. Linebacker got a hand on it. Dill Swayze again, the intended target.
Dante Graham almost had his 2nd pick 6 of this ball game, and he kept his hands on that one. Wow.
OJ Bruin. 1 second down.
OJ Bruin sighing a huge sigh of relief after that one.
No, he can't. He's not out of the woods yet, not by any stretch. That 3rd quarter was next to disaster for him offensively. And that'll be what they're talking about in the Jacksonville papers tomorrow. Looking to throw right side. That one's caught. It is Kingston Ellington down there. Has a first down and 10, but more importantly, got out of bounds at about the Louisiana 49-yard line, and they're moving the ball.
Nice pass by OJ Bruin to get it over the outstretched hands of Nathan Nur, and past the coverage of Bernard Gooden, and a nice catch by by Easton Ellington to gain the first down up to the 49-yard line, practically midfield for this first down play.
Bunch right. Ochoa, the lead of that. Looking to throw it. Got to do something. Trying to get it out. Oh, the screenplay probably should have been a tackle for loss, but they gain nothing, lose nothing, and now they have to go no huddle. They don't want to use their second timeout just yet. Still a minute 27 left, and they're in this bunch formation. Got to be able to make it count. Has the football. Got to get rid of it. Throw right side. That's caught. Can't break the tackle. 3rd and 4 coming. They're in no huddle. They're in one formation. How can they make this work now? 5-step drop. Throws after the step up. Tipped and incomplete. No, he caught it.
He caught that.
Was deflected twice, and he finally brought it down. How? 1st and 10 for Jacksonville.
They got to hurry, though.
They do. Bruin throws, caught, 1st down and more to the 20-yard line, and they're not calling timeout with 43 left.
You got to call one of your timeouts. The clock is bleeding away.
Bruin again. Looks, throws, gets it into Sanders' hands. Sanders on the outside, and they're still not calling a timeout. They are leaving it all to chance here. There's no way that they have enough time to do this if they don't call timeouts. Bruin throws, caught, out of bounds. Finally, we get a clock stop, but it's too little too late. There's no chance at this point. Even if they score a touchdown, we're likely looking at the end of this game.
Wow. Poor clock management. I think you had to use one of your timeouts there at least to stop the clock and at least call a deep play for a completion. I mean, save some clock at that point. I mean, wow. Wow.
Bruin gonna back up, throw, block and release pattern. Finally, they call a timeout. But I mean, it's
too little, too late at this point.
Bodette on the catch. He's been good down in the red zone with a couple of touchdowns, but it looks like it may be all for naught.
I think at that point you had to throw it in the end zone and then go for the save your 2 timeouts for after the onside kick if it was successful.
3 to the right for Bruin. Looking to throw it. Get Sanders out there. He's going to have the end zone. Get him into the end zone for a touchdown. They have 11 seconds left. The important part right now, they have to get the extra point and then get the onside kick. And then essentially, if everything else goes according to plan, they'll have enough time for the Hail Mary to try to get this done. But they will not be in field goal range at that point likely.
All right, let's first of all, nice catch by Sanders to get that into the end zone and avoid the defender before he got there. Let's just get that out of the way now. Let's make sure they get this extra point before we set up what could possibly go.
No, either way, we're going to see an onside kick. So that's regardless of that. Just depends on whether or not it's a 3-point game or a 4-point game.
Right.
Snap is it can be blocked.
Wow.
Penetration on the line there, jumping in front of the holder, and it was a low snap to boot that was handled really well, even with the incoming body. They get the extra point. Now the onside kick. Again, reminder, must go 10 yards to be able to have Jacksonville recover this.
Now, clock won't start until somebody touches the ball, so that should only take maybe 1 second off the clock.
And the hop is there. It's in the air.
There it is.
It is Louisiana. Louisiana has the football, and that is going to be the end of this football game. 7 seconds on the clock. It'll take 1 kneel down.
Jacksonville had a chance. They had 2 or 3 players there to get that onside kick recovered, but just bounced around too many times. Nobody was there to pick it up, and Louisiana's player was there to basically just pick it up and run it for a little bit before he got tackled. Great job by the special teams for Louisiana.
Jacksonville will call their last timeout. Louisiana goes to 2-1, and same with Jacksonville. They end up evening up their record. The Revs have a date with the Ramblers next week at home back at the Swamp, and the Kings. We're talking about their 200th all-time game, and here I am calling them the Pride. The Kings have a trip to Atlanta a little bit farther north to take on the Swarm at the High. So the last kneel down of this game, Utah hits the ground, and a winning effort for Utah and a crazy good recovery for him as he comes off a 6 interception performance a week ago and throws two in this game, but does enough for the win. The Revs win. Louisiana takes out Jacksonville on the road. Nate, your post-game thoughts on a matchup that had a pretty good finish, although we were looking at probably a pretty lopsided game in that third quarter.
Yeah, so first off, great game by Randy Squarebush, right? I mean, he had 30 attempts for 181 yards. Didn't have any touchdowns, but the yardage is great after he only had 71 the week prior. So great job by him to contribute to his offense. Utah, as he stated, coming off that poor performance last week against Portland, where he was one touchdown, 6 interceptions, coming up on the positive end of that ratio this week with 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So great job by him as well, with 65% of his passes completed. Just a tough game for Jacksonville. As he stated, that third quarter was not the greatest by O.J. Bruin. Had a couple of horrible throws there. A very costly pick 6 that happened there in that third quarter by O.J. Bruin that got taken back to the house by Dante Graham, which pretty much was the difference maker in this ball game, I believe, in my opinion. That caused some separation in the score that Jacksonville could never really bounce back from in the end, and could never fully overtake Louisiana on the scoreboard from after that point. And Louisiana's defense just clamped down on Jacksonville's offense after that. And despite Jacksonville having a pick 6 of their own by Nathan Nur late in that fourth quarter to help their cause out, just couldn't get quite enough going on their own offensively to bring themselves back in this ballgame.
A lot of fun either way. Good finish to a good ball game. Louisiana comes out on top. Randy Squarebush likely going to be your player of the game. He'll look to continue momentum going into the next game. And game number 200 all time for Jacksonville ends up being a loss. Game 201. They hope for a better result against the Atlanta Swarm, currently at 2-0 before they play. Other game that was going on, Arizona beats Queen City in Queen City, as that game was played under pretty intense weather conditions, and still the Scorpions found a way to win. They start 3-0 for the first time since season 3, courtesy of Tyler Falk on the stat. The rest of the slate for the weekend looks pretty promising, all told. 6 games tomorrow on the SFL family of networks in this case on YouTube, and definitely be there for all of that, as we have a lot more to come in this season 20, week 3 of the SFL. So a whole lot of good stuff showing. O.J. Bruin going to look to recover in the game against the Swarm, and him and Christopher Ochoa, they come from Queen City down to Jacksonville. They keep their connection strong and do well in this game, even in a losing effort. Again, Randy Squarebush, your player of the game. No doubt about that one, with just under 180 yards on the ball. In the broadcast booth, Rochelle Colston, DJ Woods, and Ricky Robinson on stats, and Cameron Irvine. I'm Chris Curtis saying goodbye and good night from the Sunshine State. We will see you tomorrow for the start of a 6-game slate as week 3 rolls on. Have a good night, everybody.